My friends, here's a truth that most people won't tell you. A kiss isn't just a press of lips. It's a doorway to a man's heart. That's right. And if you think every kiss feels the same, or that it's only about passion or desire, then you've been misled. You've been taught that kissing is some kind of quick show, short, fiery, and easy to forget. But I'm here to break that idea apart, because what makes a man truly remember you isn't how beautiful you are or how many kisses you give him. It's what your kiss awakens inside of him. So before we dive deeper, do something for me. Tap that like button and subscribe if you're here for real soul level advice. Everything I'm sharing comes from my heart and years of real life experience with couples. So your support means the world. Stick with me now, because what I'm about to reveal might change the way your man feels about you forever. Ladies, picture this. A kiss is like a private handshake, but it's not only between two people, it's between your spirit and his. Think of it like a lock. It's quiet, strong, and hidden. But there's a certain kiss that doesn't just nudge the door open, it pushes it wide so he feels safe enough to drop his guard. Not just his physical guard, but his emotional one too. Have you ever had one of those moments that plays over and over in your head like a favorite melody? That's the kind of power I'm talking about. Let me share something I've learned from watching love grow, fall apart, and sometimes reignite in ways no one expected. It's not about how often you kiss him. It's about what your kiss speaks to his soul. You want to leave a trace on a man's heart that no one else can erase. You want to be the woman who enters his thoughts when he's quiet, the one whose energy lingers long after the kiss ends. Here's something not many know. It's not about being perfect or looking flawless. That's just the fantasy movies try to sell you. Real attraction, the kind that makes a man pause in the middle of his day because your energy is still echoing inside him, comes from something much deeper. It's about how you make him feel in those small moments. When your lips find that one tender spot with the right intention, at the right time, and with real feeling, that's what creates something unforgettable. A small feeling is impaired in bigger feeling at the right time, and with real feeling, that's what creates something unforgettable. This message is for the woman who's already important in his life, or the one who's about to be. Not the girl who's chasing after attention, but the woman who knows she's valuable. You don't need to chase. You only need to know how to hold the key. These small moments I'm sharing with you are like emotional magnets. They create a pull so strong that he finds himself thinking, I don't know what it is about her, but I need her. Now think of these 5 places not just as parts of his body, but as quiet, emotional entry points. Soft, powerful doors to the heart. When you kiss these places with kindness, confidence, and true attention, you don't just spark chemistry. You build a connection that touches his soul. A connection he won't want to let go of. Not just for your kiss, but for the depth you bring with it. So right now, I want you to write these words in the comments. I am magnetic. I am unforgettable. I am the one. Say it out loud. Say it like you mean it. Because when you believe that, when you live that, both the world and he feel it. And remember, this is just the beginning. If you want honest, real relationship wisdom that actually helps, keep watching, keep learning, and keep stepping into your own strength, because the magic you carry in your heart and in every kiss you give cannot be stopped. First, the side of his neck, where all his armor begins to fall away. Sometimes the strongest men carry the softest hearts behind their toughest fronts. Think about that for a moment. The side of a man's neck isn't just skin, it's where his defenses start to fade. It's where the armor he wears every day cracks open just for a moment. Picture a man who's been moving through his day like a soldier, facing stress, keeping his emotions in check, holding it all together. His posture is strong, his face focused, but right there on the side of his neck, that's where he lets his guard down the most. When you lean close and press your lips just below his ear, you're not asking for sparks. You're giving him peace. A soft landing in a world that's constantly asking him to be unshakable. You might be asking yourself, what if he pulls back? What if it's too much? Those thoughts are normal. But let me tell you something. What a man really longs for isn't just passion, it's peace. To feel truly seen and safe enough to soften. Your kiss in that place tells him, you don't need to carry everything alone. I see what you hide. It's like a silent message passed between your hearts, a calm and quiet reminder that says, you're safe here. This isn't about rushing, it's not about heat, it's about stillness and sincerity. That slow kiss becomes a new language, one without words, but with all the meaning in the world. It says, I'm here, and I'm not afraid of the real you. The side of his neck becomes more than just a part of his body. It becomes an entrance. When you kiss it with softness and presence, you unlock something few ever touch. And once that space is open, everything else becomes easier to reach. Are you ready to find those hidden doors and help him feel something he didn't even know he needed? Because what's coming next will open your heart to now's hands, the quiet voice of his soul. A man's hands often say what he never puts into words. Think about it. Those hands have held you, worked for you, protected you. But many people overlook how much those hands carry. Not you. You see what others miss. You know that kissing his hands isn't just a sweet gesture. It's a way of honoring all that he does. His hands are like beams holding up his entire life. Every scar, every rough spot, every tight muscle has a story of strength, of effort, of care. When you gently take his hand and kiss it, you're not doing it for attention. You're saying, I see the work you do. I see the sacrifices you make, and I'm thankful for every bit of it. That kiss says, I honor you, not just as a man who provides, but as the person who walks beside me. In that moment, something shifts. It's no longer about roles or expectations, it's about connection. That quiet kiss breaks the usual rhythm. Instead of him constantly showing his strength, you show that you recognize it, that you love him not only for being strong, but for being real. Maybe you're thinking, isn't that too soft? Will he feel awkward? The truth is, most men aren't used to that kind of tenderness, and that's exactly why. It touches something deep inside. Because when his life feels like too much noise, that single kiss becomes a moment of calm. It says, you're appreciated, you are enough. So next time you want to touch a man's heart in a way he won't forget, start with his hands. Notice them, respect what they've held, and watch how his connection to you grows, not just from passion, but from something much deeper. Now, his jawline, that's where his quiet strength lives. A man's jaw holds what his words don't say. If you really want to know where he keeps his tension, his tiredness, and the emotions he doesn't share, just look there. That sharp line from his ear to his chin isn't just strong, it's where he holds it all together. His frustration, his restraint, his unspoken emotions, all packed behind a calm face. Now imagine this, after a long day of holding everything in, trying to stay composed, he sits beside you, he laughs, maybe just for a second, and in that moment, if you reach over and gently kiss his jaw, not with urgency, not with pressure, but with peace, you're telling him something no one else has. You're saying, I see what you're carrying and I love you for it, even the parts you hide. That kiss is gentle, but it's powerful. It doesn't push or demand. It simply tells the truth. It tells him, you're not alone in this. I'm here. You may wonder, can something so small really change how he sees me? And the answer is yes, because men rarely get that kind of soft permission to let go, to breathe, to be held without having to explain themselves. When you kiss his jawline with intention, you become the person who sees him, not just the strong, put-together version, but the man underneath. And once he feels that, he'll want more of your presence, more of your heart, more of you vulnerable heart underneath. So if you're truly ready to deepen your bond beyond just physical attraction, this is where it begins. That gentle, unexpected kiss speaks louder than anything else. It says, I'm with you. I see who you are. I accept you as you are. And that kind of love doesn't just soften a man's heart. It breaks through his emotional walls. Stay close. Because what's coming next goes even further into the space where your touch transforms attraction into something unforgettable. Keep watching, my friend. His chest, that space that carries his quiet. A man's chest is more than muscle or strength. It's the keeper of all the things he never says. Behind every man who walks tall and strong is a silence filled with words he's never spoken. His chest is where he stores his battles, the fears he doesn't show and the heavy expectations he's expected to carry without complaint. It's where his heart continues beating, even when the world tells him to stay strong, unemotional, and in control. Just imagine resting your head on his chest at the end of a long day, feeling the rise and fall of his breath, or softly placing a kiss right above his heart, not to spark passion, but as a soft promise. It's more than affection. It's a refuge. It's a rare, sacred moment where he doesn't have to perform, prove himself, or hide. It's a gentle reminder. I'm not trying to fix you. I'm not here to change you. I'm here right now, beside you. It's a message full of peace and love. In a world that teaches men to always be strong and to bury their feelings under layers of toughness, this is the kind of moment they secretly hope for. A woman who brings calm, without demands or judgment. You might wonder, can something this small really be enough? It's more than enough. It's powerful. Because men aren't just physical beings needing touch. They're souls longing for a break from the constant pressure. When you offer that soft, honest kiss to his chest, you're reminding him he doesn't have to carry everything alone, that he's safe here, that someone truly sees him and loves him, not for what he does, but for who he is. If you want to create a bond that goes beyond a spark, begin here, with a simple, quiet kiss that says, "You're enough just like this." That moment will stay in his heart long after it's passed. Don't go anywhere, because we're about to explore a kiss that speaks more than words ever could. Stay close. What's next is something you don't want to miss. It's his forehead. The gentlest touch that goes the deepest. Sometimes the softest kiss speaks with the strongest voice. The forehead is where true love shows itself, not through lust or passion, but through comfort, care, and trust. When you gently place your lips on a man's forehead, you're not taking anything. You're giving. You're saying right now, you're safe. You don't have to carry everything on your shoulders. You're more than enough. Picture him at the end of a tough day, his mind racing, his spirit worn down from silent battles you may never know about. Maybe he's overwhelmed with thoughts, stress, or quiet pain he never lets show. That forehead kiss becomes something sacred. It's not just affection, it's healing. It whispers, "I'm here. I've got you. You're not alone." It's a kind of closeness that doesn't need to fix anything, that doesn't pressure, that doesn't speak, yet says everything. You may ask, can something so small really matter that much? Believe me, it can. Because most men rarely experience this. Moments where they don't have to pretend. Moments where their softness isn't judged. When you kiss his forehead, you open a door where he feels safe enough to drop the armor, just for a while. That kiss is not about seduction. It's about truth. It's a moment he'll hold on to, not because it was hot, but because it touched something deeper, a sense of home, of being understood, of being cherished in a way no one else ever offered. So if you want to be the woman who doesn't just turn his head but touches his soul, don't underestimate that simple kiss on the forehead. It's soft, but it reaches the core. Stay with me, because up next, we're stepping into a space that holds more than strength. It holds everything he rarely lets anyone see. Your touch here will make him feel something unforgettable. Keep watching, my friend. Timing changes everything. Don't kiss just to kiss. Feel the moment. A kiss that comes too early or too late misses its power. It's like playing a beautiful song out of rhythm. Something important gets lost. So many women fall into the trap of rushing in, trying to stir up a response or impress him with big gestures. But the kiss he remembers isn't the fast, showy one. It's the one that came at the exact right moment, the one born from being truly present and deeply tuned into his emotional world. Picture walking into a noisy room where everyone's talking over each other. Nothing feels right. No one is really listening. Now imagine walking into a room where someone looks into your eyes and says exactly what your heart needed to hear. That's what timing feels like in a kiss. It's not about performing, it's about feeling, about being connected to his mood, his quiet signals, his shifting energy. If he's quiet, your kiss should be light and soft, a whisper that says, I'm here with you. If he's playful and laughing, surprise him with a kiss that catches him in that happy moment. If he's open and vulnerable, your kiss should slow down, matching his energy and saying what words can't reach. This kind of awareness creates a deeper pull than any practiced move ever could. Real attraction happens in those quiet spaces, between the kiss and the meaning behind it, where your energy meets his, where your heart speaks without sound. So next time you go to kiss him, don't do it just to do it. Kiss with meaning. Kiss with patience. Kiss like you understand something deeper about him, because you do. And that kind of kiss, he'll never forget it. Stay with me, because what comes next will show you how to shift everything by being fully and unapologetically you. The woman he remembers, even when he tries not to. Stay close. Stop trying to impress him. Let him truly feel who you are. You're not here to perform for him. You're here to leave a mark he won't ever shake off. Too many women fall into the habit of overthinking, trying to be perfect, to say the exact right thing, to kiss like they read it in a guidebook. But here's the honest truth. No man becomes obsessed with a performance. What keeps him coming back is the woman who is real. The woman who brought her whole self to every moment without holding back. Think about the difference between someone reciting lines and someone speaking from their soul. One is polished but empty. The other is raw, moving, unforgettable. That's the energy you bring when you kiss like you mean it. When your kiss carries the feeling of, I belong in your life, he feels that deep in his bones. That truth sticks. That realness follows him, even when he's laughing with friends or lying in bed scrolling through old thoughts. You live in those spaces, the quiet memories, not because you put on a show, but because you showed up as your full self. You don't need fancy moves or complicated games. You just need presence. A kiss that holds your truth, your energy, your realness. That's what he remembers. That's what stays. So stop trying to perform. Start letting him feel your truth. Own your space. Kiss like it's yours. Love like you mean it. That's the kind of presence that creates a bond he'll never be able to forget. Now get ready, because this last secret will shift everything you thought you knew about connection, love, and how to keep a man wanting you deeply, endlessly, truthfully. Stay with me. Your energy is the true connection. The kiss is only the messenger. A kiss without your energy is just skin against skin, but when your energy moves through that kiss, it lights everything up. Let me make this completely clear. The kiss by itself isn't what makes the magic. It's what comes through that kiss. It's the energy behind it that he can't shake, your calm confidence, your warmth, the softness in your eyes when you look at him and say, without words, I see you, I choose you. When you kiss him in those tender places, the neck, the jaw, the hands, the chest, the forehead, you're not just playing a part, you're reminding him that something real still exists in this wild world, that love still has a heartbeat, and he's lucky enough to feel it with you.